Alrighty, today we're going to be recapping Friday, October 17th, 2025. My trading day for today, what I saw, the levels that I had, and the trades that I took. I made a little bit over $36,000 on the day. And one thing, I just want to get out the way. I didn't upload a bootcamp video last night because your boy was binge watching Dexter. Hell of a show. Love that show. Watched the entirety of season 1 yesterday. Didn't do anything else with my day. Never watched that show if you want to be productive. So let's break it down here. We're gonna start with the high time frame levels, as always, as that's the most important part of the way that I particularly trade. Um, if we move on to the monthly, which is the highest time frame that I use, as you can see, we have this potential immediate rebalance. However, we cannot treat this as a real immediate rebalance until this current month closes. Why? Because it's very, very possible that this current month just continues to push down. So although this is something that's happened this month so far, it's not something that's incredibly useful to us. It's just showing us the possibility of maybe there eventually being an immediate rebound. Now, we have the mean threshold of the monthly order block ungained. What does that mean? If, hold on, my good friend in real life named Kevin is calling me, probably telling me that he wants to get faded tonight, and I have to tell him no. So I'll be right back. All right, I talked to Kevin, and Kevin just woke up, and so I told Kevin that he's slacking. He needs to get to his fucking bag, bro. He said he doesn't work today. I said I don't care. Get to the fucking bag, Kevin. Like, damn, what the fuck is Kevin doing waking up at 7:30 a.m. on a Friday? Like, bro, you should be already getting money. So, anyways, what the mean threshold of that level means on a higher time frame is if on a lower time frame we get underneath it, we can't push above it. It probably means that we're gonna go gain that monthly order block on a lower time frame. So this becomes kind of a decision point in the market where if we're below it and we can't get back above it, it's super bearish down to this low. And if we're above it and we can't get below it, it's gonna probably push an all-time high. Alrighty. So on the weekly chart, not much has changed. We have this big old weekly gap. Now this thing has been around for a while. This big down candle last week was Donald Trump being like, yo, China, we're about to blow your fucking shit up with tariffs. And then Donald Trump over the weekend was like, you know what? Everybody that I know should buy the dip. And me and Ching Chong Ping Chong B, whatever that motherfucker's name is in China, are just gonna, hit the White House and fuck. And after that, we're gonna come to a conclusion that, you know what, maybe we're all good. And maybe Donald Trump's, deal was so good that Ching Chong Pihao was fucking impressed or some shit. So they didn't do tariffs, which means the market gapped up. So with that being said, we have the mean threshold of this weekly order block. We have the opening price of this weekly order block. And then we also have the low here as well. Now, we also have the mean threshold of this down candle and the high and the opening price. So the reason that we have all of these is it's a battle right now between the bearish order block and the bullish one. Which one is going to gain? How is it going to interact with the monthly level down here to get beneath it? And just what's going to go on. It's kind of a huge battle. Although I don't care what these levels really are, I just trade them on a lower time frame. So let's drop down to the daily chart here. Pretty messy on the daily chart. I'm not going to lie. It's been range bound for a little bit. Yeah, it's just been range bound for a little bit. One thing that I want to get your attention on right now is if you've been watching the bootcamp videos, you'll know that this liquidity sweep right here, price is having a hell of a hard time getting back underneath that level. Why is this important? Well, because if this really is a liquidity sweep, then price has no reason to be back underneath this level, which is starting to make me believe that maybe we just rush into new all-time highs. Now, this could change over the weekend, especially if Ping Chong Ping calls Donald Trump and breaks up with him. So it looks like that's what's happening. We also have the old all-time highs right here. And I've been telling you about this level for a while, telling you on how important I think it is. Basically, I think it's really important which side of this range that we break out first on the daily. Do we fall below? If we do fall below, there's a good argument for running this whole range and getting all the way down into these 22,823 lows. If we get above first, obviously we'll just trade into all-time highs because that's the only thing. So this range of price becomes pretty damn important to me as a trader. So let's drop down. There's some daily levels up here, but they didn't have any influence on the day. And let's look at what the fuck I was trading and what the hell I saw. So Market opened, and I was not here. My sleepy ass woke up at 6:05 a.m. right here. So when I woke up, this is what I saw. I saw that first and foremost, price pushed down and did not get into the weekly level. Interesting. Interesting to say the least. Then I saw that price pushed down and held this low. Okay, if you've been watching boot camp, this is the perfect generation of liquidity. So my eyes immediately jumped towards, yeah, if we didn't trade into this high time frame level and we held this low, there's a lot of liquidity underneath here. This is probably what's going to be targeted. Price pushed up. It looks like it stopped in the middle of nowhere. It fucking didn't, though. Look at this. If you take the PDR from 25,000 all the way down to 915 right here, this is what we traded into. This is the PDR level, projected defined ranges. We're not there yet in the boot camp, but we will get there. As you can see, we popped up, traded into it. This is the same thing as 915 getting held under. 915 breaks back down underneath, and we start to find a potential setup here. Now, I was watching this wick. When it got closed under, I shorted it. I got stopped out. So I took one loss there, but I still like the idea. Price pushed up, created equal highs, fell down a little bit. When we swept these equal highs, I wanted to do the exact same thing. I thought that the trade was still good. At this time, we had traded into the PDR. 915 is holding. I think that these lows are going to go get ran. This is an easy target. This was a very aggressive move higher. So once you break underneath this low, you can expect aggressive move lower. That's kind of the aggression mirror. We will talk about it at that in the trading bootcamp that I got going on eventually in a further episode, which, by the way, I will be uploading about an episode tonight. Okay. So we fell down, and I was watching this wick. Okay. I wanted to see this thing get closed. We traded up into this fair value gap right here, as you can see. Once we traded into this fair value gap on the push down, I got short in the half of this wick with a stop right above that wick, and I was able to ride this thing down almost all the way. I got stopped out, trailed out inside of this candle right here, avoiding this whole section of chop. Ultimately, it did get down into that low and even lower. It even got close to breaking lows today. But that was my session. That's what I saw. This was the best setup in my opinion. Again, just to recap, we pushed down, missed that level, created liquidity, pushed up, held the PDR. Holding the PDR means 915 is holding. If 915 is holding, we're going to get down into that next high time frame level that never got traded into, which is also the liquidity. After the internal liquidity sweep, after the push up, just buying, shorting the break of the range. Why? Because I'm expecting that at least this range right here from underneath this low to the side is going to be an aggressive run lower. Why do I think at least that is going to be an aggressive run lower? Because the first time it pushed through it, it was an aggressive run higher. So that was my day. Join the Discord if you want to join live trading, which you should. If you want to, it's not required. There's only 5 spots left, so I'm starting live trading on Monday. Go ahead and join live trading. Join the Discord, and hopefully this helps some motherfuckers. So I'll see you guys in the next bootcamp video a little bit later today. Goodbye.